Hi y'all, I'm Nina. Welcome to my kitchen here at Need More Time, because of course we all need more time to make healthy recipes that are scrumptious and yummy for our kids. So today what I want to share with you is my green smoothie pancake recipe. I'm actually making these for my kids this evening. We're going to do a little breakfast for dinner because I know a lot of us like to do that every once in a while, and today's Sunday. I didn't have time to do it this morning before church, so I told the kids we'll just have pancakes for dinner. So to start off, what I want you to do is you want to get your non-dairy milk of choice. Mine is soy milk. I like it because it has extra protein in it, and it's a little creamier than almond milk, so this is my go-to. You want to put 1 cup of milk with 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. Put that in a bowl as your first step. And what that vinegar does is actually it'll curdle the milk a little bit and turns it into a vegan buttermilk. Okay, so do that. I've already added it to this bowl and it's been curdling here. Okay, so do that first. Then what I want you to do is we're going to make your oat flour. These are naturally gluten-free pancakes, so if you have a gluten sensitivity, works well for you. And even if you don't, they're super healthy. Oats are a lot more nutritious than all-purpose white flour. So it's always my go-to, and they're inexpensive. So what I do, instead of actually buying oat flour, which it can be expensive, I just literally use my traditional old-fashioned rolled oats. Put 2 cups in your blender and just blend until it's super fine. I've already done that and I have it here in my bowl. I'm tripling this recipe because my kids love pancakes, and then I like to just throw them in the freezer for other mornings real quick. So if your kids love pancakes, I suggest you do the same. Double, triple the recipe. It works great. So anyway, go ahead and once you have your oats done in the blender, go ahead and pour that into your mixing bowl. Just like so. Okay. Then what we're gonna add to our oats, if you're just doing this single recipe, you're going to do 2 teaspoons of baking powder, half a teaspoon of baking soda, half a teaspoon of salt, and then you're also going to use half a teaspoon of cinnamon if you like. If you're not a cinnamon fan, of course it's optional. I like to add that in there. All right, and then make sure you whisk those dry ingredients really well. All right, and then our blender comes in super handy again. It's where we're going to put in our smoothie ingredients. Okay, so go ahead and add your now buttermilk to your blender. This is, again, I've tripled this, so I actually have 3 cups of soy milk in here. All right, so you do that. Then what you want to do is put your fruit in. You can either do all bananas, which I sometimes do, in which case you want about 6 ounces of super ripe banana, or if you want to do a combination of banana and berries, I suggest about 1 medium-sized banana, and then probably about a third of a cup blueberries, third of a cup strawberries. You can mix it up, you know, it's your batter, doesn't really matter, whatever you guys like. So I'm going to go ahead and put my banana in here. The banana is going to act like an egg typically would in a traditional pancake recipe. So no eggs are needed in here, no flax is needed. And then go ahead and I'm adding some blueberries and some strawberries in there. And also, the more ripe your bananas are, the more mushy they are, the better, because they are just much more sweet. I don't add any sugar to this. because it's honestly not needed due to the very sweet bananas. And of course, most people like putting maple syrup on their pancakes after anyway, so there's no need to add sugar to your batter. And then lastly, of course, I called it a green smoothie pancake. I actually put, believe it or not, a couple handfuls of spinach into it. It'll give it a little bit of a green tinge. I just tell my kids they're lucky leprechaun pancakes. But they're not going to make your pancakes taste like spinach at all. Basically just adding that nutrients to it. So go ahead and feel free to add the spinach to it too. Okay. I didn't measure it, just a couple handfuls. Okay. So then go ahead and blend that until it's smooth. Let's go ahead and do this here. All right. Of course, make sure it's plugged in. Yeah, we're plugged in. All right. Once it looks like it's all smoothed out, go ahead and pour it right into your batter here. Because of the blueberries, I've got a really nice purple tinge to my batter here. Sometimes when I've just done bananas and the spinach, that's when you'll get that green tinge to your pancakes. So if you think your kids might be freaked out by them being green, then definitely add in the blueberries. My kids think it's cool when I call them their lucky leprechaun. So works for me. And then, lastly, I didn't put the vanilla extract in the blender. You can, if you not, you can obviously just pour it in right now. I'm putting in 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. All right, so now what you want to do is just go ahead and blend this together with a whisk. And then the most important step here is you want your batter to sit for 10 minutes. That's a crucial step. Do not skip that step. That's what's going to help. That time is what's needed so that the baking powder can react with the vinegar, and is what's going to make your pancakes super fluffy, okay? So just get this whisked up, and then what I do is, now that I have to just wait for that 10 minutes, use those 10 minutes maybe just to clean up your kitchen a little bit and for your griddle to heat up, okay? So I'm gonna just turn my griddle on now to preheat, and in 10 minutes, I know my griddle will be nice and hot. I use an electric one here. I'm gonna put a link to the one I use in the description. It's amazing. It's made by Presto, and you don't need any oil or butter or spray or anything on it. Everything that I cook on it just slides right off. It's really amazing. So I highly recommend it. And I set it at 350 degrees. All right, so let's check back with our batter in 10 minutes. All right, y'all, so it's been 10 minutes and my batter is now definitely ready to go, and so is my griddle. So all I'm gonna do now is start making the pancakes. All right. I use 1/3 cup. Some people use 1/4 cup, but I think 1/3 cup is the perfect amount. So just start putting them on your griddle. I can do eight at a time on this one, so it's perfect. And what I do it for is 2 minutes. So I'm just gonna use the timer here on my stove to keep track of the time. All right, so now they've been on the griddle for 2 minutes. So then of course you just wanna start flipping them. And as you can see, look how that just so easily glided right onto my spatula there. Reset my timer for another 2 minutes. So in literally 4 minutes flat, we will have 8 pancakes already. When you're pouring this batter, it should seem a little thicker than typical pancake batter, and that's all right. don't try and thin it out. If you do thin it out, they're still gonna work, but they're not gonna be as fluffy. So if you're going for that fluffy texture pancake, which is what I love, that's when you don't want to actually thin your batter out. All right, y'all, so I just finished cooking my triple batch recipe that I made earlier. Check out the stack. See how fluffy they are? Why I love these pancakes. So these are our green smoothie pancakes. My triple batch made 24 of them if you're using that 1/3 cup. So just know that one batch is gonna make you about 8 pancakes. I bought some fresh raspberries today, so I love raspberries on my pancakes. I'm gonna do that. I suggest just adding any additional fruit that your family enjoys, and of course use some pure maple syrup, and you will just love this recipe. So anyway, please, if you like this recipe video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and check back with us when you need more time to make healthy, delicious recipes for your family in under 30 minutes. I'm your girl. See you guys next time on Need More Time.